was talking from the cash conversion cycle is accelerating your receivables. This is a very obvious and but it's very important that you collect your sales, you collect from your customers as fast as possible. And one of the key things that you can do is make sure that as soon as you have sold an item or you have provided a service, you invoice them promptly, so that they'll not be saying that I've not even received their invoice a week later. So that those gaps of invoicing will cause issues with cash flow. The second thing is making clear terms of payments. So it should not be ambiguous how long your customer should pay you. Ideally, in structured businesses, they even put it on the invoices that the terms of payment are 30 days or 45 days. So for a small business, ideally, it's not ideal to have such long days. But if you have big sales numbers that you're doing, then it's important that you give them maybe a week, I don't know, a day or two, because for a small business, cash flow is king. It's important to manage this. So make sure it's clear either on the invoice or you communicate on messages or WhatsApp, however you communicate with your customers that you expect your money in this given number of days. And then another thing is give them incentives. So if you listen, we are talking about that. If, for example, you give a customer 10 days to pay their debt, then you could give them a discount if they pay your debt within 2 days. So you tell them, you can even put it on your invoice, or your customers knows that if I pay my debt if my debt period, we have 10 days, but if I pay within 2 days, I will get a 5% or 10% discount. They'll pay. They are motivated to pay faster, and this helps in your cash flow. So it's good to motivate, because as human beings we know that this kind of things motivate us. So it's important also to motivate your customers to pay you faster, because it's so good for your business. It's not good for people to remain with their money. So electronic payments, as you know, but in these times of age, we have M-Pesa, but we may have customers who will give you checks, post-dated checks. Kindly discourage your customers from this, because these are things that are going to really be limiting. But I find for small businesses, sometimes when you're dealing with big businesses, it's hard to control this, but try your best, because sometimes big businesses may molest small businesses by giving you post-dated checks, even 3 months, 2 months, 30 days. And now they're managing their cash flow, but on your side, you are suffering because someone is giving you a check today. Okay, you'll be happy you've received a check today, but the check will be banked. The bank will clear it in 40 days, 30 days. So it's not good. So it's important, try and encourage electronic payments, M-Pesa, and that cash payments. Yeah, and that will be good for your business. So we're talking about optimizing payment terms. Make sure that you shorten the payment period that your customers are paying you. And another thing we want to add is that if it's possible, encourage deposits, especially for those offering services or any other maybe items which require huge capital, because you can say you want 50%, 40%, 60% deposit, because this is good for your cash flow. And also I've seen, it's hata mtu akipotea na pesa yako, they'll not go with all of it. So, but it's good to encourage. Deposits are good for your cash flow and for your business, and even as a commitment. When someone gives you a deposit, it shows a commitment to the service or to the engagement that you are entering into. Moving on, so strategies for improving cash flow. So another thing here is sales. Sales is an important thing. So it's important that as a business, cash is important to have cash in your business, because you'll be able to meet your recurrent expenses, fixed costs like rent, salaries. You have to pay licenses are coming up. So like, for example, like periods, like you have periods when you're coming up to when you have to pay rent, like you have salaries. You need to, you can do campaigns, but ordinarily should be able to do campaigns and selling things and doing promotions so that money is coming in. Money is coming in faster than it is going out. Or it's coming in at periods when fixed costs are about to come. Fixed costs like salaries, fixed costs like you have transport, maybe you flow, things like that. Maybe you, yeah, as I was saying. So you can do marketing campaigns. Then you can do cross-selling that with the existing customers. You can tell them you can offer them maybe discounts if they sell for you. They refer you, or you can give them complimentary products. So essentially, this is marketing and sales. It's important. It's an important part of cash flow, and even royalty programs. I know for small businesses can be hard, but with innovation, with these times of innovations that we have, AI and all the likes, technology has improved. We can check as business people if there are platforms which help small businesses to have royalty programs like the way we have supermarkets, and even some pharmacies like Good Life have things like this. So these are things that will help with their cash flow. Another thing is diversifying your revenue. So as a business, it's important to diversify your revenue. So if you just have one income stream, when and the sales are affected, then here you have a challenge, because your fixed costs, as I was talking about salaries, you have rent, you have licenses, you have you have maybe other maintenance costs that you need to do. Maybe you run a motor vehicle it needs service, it needs fuel, it needs other things. So you need to if, for example, you sell different, you need to diversify. It's important for your cash flows, so that if one income stream faces challenges, then another income stream will be able to support the business. So you can introduce new products and services, alternative sales channels, and strategic partnerships. For example, in my experience, I have seen like a big farm, but I think it's a good example. They sell flowers in Europe, but then they need licenses for exports. So both companies have licenses for exports, but sometimes because of challenges, the license for one company may be closed, but they have another company. When these licenses for this company are closed, company A is closed, they use company B, which also has export licenses. So they are able to still do the exports when they face these kind of challenges. So it's good to have options, alternatives, strategies that will help you to make sure the cash is coming.